Hello, this is Amy at Magnolias in downtown Norfolk, Nebraska. Today we wanted to go back to the basics and tell you how to pick your stems for your DIY arrangement. Let's get started. When selecting floral stems, I'm always looking for absolute realism. I love these hydrangeas. The colors are all soft and absolutely like the realistic ones in your garden. The textures are soft and the colors are gradiated from light shades to dark shades. They will absolutely capture the realistic essence of the perfect hydrangea. When we're shopping through the markets, I'm looking very carefully at the value I'll find with some of the vendors making these mixed floral stems. This is a really terrific example of a combination of pieces that will give you a great value piece with lots of variety. If you have to go purchase single stems of ferns, baby eucalyptus, tiny little poppies, it would get expensive to buy individual stems of all those components. Something this full and all with wired pieces is perfectly easy to shape. It has a lot of different types of combinations to give you interest. We carry them in different colors. I've got several selections from blue, greens, purples, soft pastel tones to deeper tones. This little blue cornflower is so sweet with this tiny little billy ball on the end here and some ferns. I think the best part is that every single tip is wired. You can shape them to be able to do many different combinations of things, drop them into the mini bottles that you're collecting, and have an easy to do piece that could also have coordinates. For example, these little wreaths will coordinate and come in different sizes. We have large for your door, tiny ones for candle rings. So a great selection to pick through and be creative in your home. Some realistic foliages will add a lot of dimension to your design. This fern has a fantastic real feel to it. It's a soft touch fern with very pliable little wires in it, a very light silvery color. This looks like it could be in my garden. I've got one just like it at home. But if you like ferns that have a little more depth of color, the variety of tips in this piece is fantastic. You've got dark pieces, light pieces, different textures, even a little sprig of baby tears in that one. I think that the soft green grays that we've been seeing in foliages complement so well our gray color palettes in our home. That's why I've chosen this frosted rosemary, this very realistic little flocked piece that looks like Dusty Miller, and a super soft, fine sage, which will soften all of your designs up. Lots of foliages and textures to choose from just to add that finishing touch. Sometimes an all-green wreath just is lacking color and interest. Berries are a great way to add that extra dimension and color without doing the floral thing. I think berries really jazzed up this green wreath, gave it lots of dimension and texture, and makes it very interesting for your door. It also has a coordinating floral spray. Berries, because they can come in a variety of colors, will really be the thing to add a color accent if you just don't want to put more flowers in the piece. Bright berries with large chunky dimension to them, short clustery berries that will add a nice color, texture, and dimension to your design might be just the thing that it needs. When selecting foliages to sell here at the store, I pay attention to the different finishes on the foliages that I'm seeing. In most of our vendors, I can choose from either straight polyester leaves that are printed or coated leaves. Can you see the difference? One is dull, one is shiny. I know that if I use a coated leaf like this one, which has a polyester base, and then it's dipped in a finish that gives it a sheen and a protective finish against UV rays, this piece will last much longer in outdoor use or in a brightly lit room than something like this, which will fade sooner because it's lacking the coating. Plus you have a more realistic feel and texture to it because it feels more waxy like a real leaf. When you're creating wreaths or centerpieces, it's very helpful to have some bushes that you can cut apart and be able to use the stems for easy insertion in the wreath or in the design foam. These pieces are excellent because I've got 6 and 7 cuts a piece per bush. If I cut those up with my side cutters, the sturdy stems are just acting as a natural pick to poke into the foam or to dip and glue and insert deeper into the wreath. Excellent values. I've got lots of different styles and colors that'll add the perfect dimension and filler for your pieces. I hope these tips and tricks for designing will help you start your DIY project soon. Our ideas and inspirations are available 6 days a week, and so is expert help. Check out our floral design gallery. It's on the north end of our store, and we have a convenient north entrance here at Magnolias in downtown Norfolk, Nebraska.